right, so this is the Joel Osteen book that I have here, Think Better, Live Better. And so right now I am on the fourth chapter, and I'm just going to go ahead and read that. It's titled, Think Yourself to Victory. Think Yourself to Victory. All right. Studies show that we talk to ourselves up to 30,000 times a day. There is always something playing in our minds. The scripture tells us to meditate on God's promises. The word meditate means to think about over and over. We need to pay attention to what we are meditating on. Meditating is the same principle as worrying. When you worry, you are just meditating on the wrong thing. You are using your faith in reverse. If you go through the day worried about your finances, worried about your family, and worried about your future because you are allowing the wrong thoughts to play, it's going to cause you to be anxious, fearful, negative, and discouraged. The whole problem is what you are choosing to meditate on. You control the doorway to your mind. When those negative thoughts come knocking, you don't have to answer the door. You can say, "No thanks. I'm going to choose to meditate on what God says about me." Today, there is a lot of doom and gloom. If you watch the news for very long, you can get depressed. The stock market, the economy, the debt crisis. One phase I observed in several newspapers was total fear in the marketplace. People are panicked. Some people go through their entire day thinking about how bad it is, questioning themselves. I wonder if I'm going to make it. What if I lose my job? What if my retirement funds go down? If you dwell on these fearful thoughts, you're going to be stressed out. I like to watch the news, but I've learned not to meditate on the negative reports. Philippians 4:8 says, "Think on things that are wholesome, things that are pure, things that are of good report." If it's not a good report, don't dwell on it because it's going to poison your spirit. Instead of relying on the doom and gloom over and over, replay what God says. Yes, the financial situation may be a little shaky, but God says He will supply all your needs. He said He will prosper you even in a time of famine. He said He will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings that you cannot contain. Go through day meditating on that. Go through the day meditating on that. Get your mind going in the right direction. After all, the economy is not our source. God is our source. Our trust is not in the stock market or in the economy. I say it respectfully, but our trust is not even in the government. Our trust is in the Lord. David said in one of his Psalms, "Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but our trust is in the name of the Lord our God." In modern times, it would say, some trust in their money, some trust in their job, some trust in what the economists say, but our trust is in God who created it all. He's called Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider. When you meditate on that, you wouldn't have total fear. You'll have total peace. You'll be at total rest. You know God is in control, and He can give you total victory. But it all depends on what's going on in your thought life. You can meditate on the problem, or you can meditate on the promises. You can meditate on the news report, or you can meditate on God's report. What you allow to play in your mind will determine what kind of life you will live. When you think better, you live better. And that was that. So there's a lot more reading in here by Joel Osteen. Think better, live better.